around here where it is raining. It is grey and raining and the normal conditions. I hope it's not going to do this. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, beautiful. All right, it looks like it is working. It has said I am live and the screen is doing the right thing. Unlike yesterday's events, which were not like that. All right, so we currently still have the moon in Capricorn. It is at 23 degrees. So that look, the moon's doing a lot of stuff today, but it's more outer stuff. But the bigger one that we do have today is the Mercury retrograde at 22 degrees of Scorpio. Is it 20 or 22? No, it's at 22. There we go. So Mercury retrograde at 22 Scorpio, Venus at 22 Scorpio, and I've just realized that my sun is also 22 degrees Scorpio, so that's interesting. I'll have to deal with something today. Good morning. I can see I've got someone here, so it's working. All right. So, this thing that we're being made aware of, or might just be consciously like really in your brain. Good morning, Helen. Oh, thank you so much. Good morning, Karen. How are you? So glad it works. I'm glad I don't pay for this service. I mean, I pay with my time, but again, I feel like something different is coming on the horizon. Just don't know what that is yet. All right, so yeah. Now, this Scorpio stuff that we're being made aware of, Mercury's already been here at this 22-degree mark. I'm sorry I didn't go back in time to see when that exactly was. Um, However, because it's conjunct Venus. And I mean, Venus and Mercury don't usually go too far away from each other. So, good morning, Christy. It is something that, we have frequently enough. It's not like a Kazemi. We do get that a couple of times a year. Good morning, Susan. How are you? However, it's just a big one because of all the, that big um, lineup that we're not escaping the Scorpio feels for a while, but at least with the sun in Sagittarius, we can look up and have more meaning and awareness. And so, good morning, Deborah. How are you? So when I read the words, this may feel like you finally see all the hints that the universe has been dropping as part of a larger awareness. You have possibly gotten to the point where you are saying, enough is enough. I have to get myself out of this labyrinth and find a way out. Now, you could possibly backtrack, or you could just choose to act in a more compassionate mindset from this point on. It might not get you out quicker, but you will be calmer dealing with all of the things on your plate right now. So, Mars yesterday was square the nodes. Now, Mars is heading towards the Mars is heading towards, sorry, I'm just looking. Yeah, Mars is heading towards the south node. The south node is moving that way, but Mars is also moving that way. Okay, so what we're doing is we're choosing self-care. All right, we're choosing through our awareness, Sagittarius, to alter our path so that we are, like I said, self-care. All right, alternate health practices, just serving ourselves and others. If we are in a sort of service, I was going to say industry, but I just mean if part of our personality is to want to give, then maybe we're not going to give so much because we've seen that we've stretched ourselves thin and we can't give so much more. What have you got? If you're like giving it all away and you get joy from helping others, if you're in a depleted state, then where's the joy? There is none. So from this point onwards, like I said, Mercury retrograde, Venus giving and receiving of love, an awareness of what we've been doing. So those two coming together in this intense emotional fixed water space. All right. So this is like, oh my God. Okay. So think of the Minotaur, all right? So he goes through the labyrinth, and there is mathematical equations when it comes to labyrinth, all right? So you can stop Patty Day and Dr. Oh, excellent. Oh, well done. There we go. Looking after yourself. That's so good. In an alternate way. I love it. So, yeah, we could absolutely, ADHD is off its head today. All right, calm down. Okay. The moon is making a lot of outer planet connections. All right. So it is. First of all, it is opposing Jupiter, all right, which is great. Good morning, Sean. Which is great for social situations where we're like, "Cha, cha, 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 cha." But if you are again in a depleted state where you just want to escape reality, then maybe self-care. And I'm sorry, I'd love to chat with you. Let's take a rain check. I'm exhausted, or don't let the overabundance of Jupiter deplete you any further. All right, so we've got opposition to Jupiter at 12. We've got a opposition to Jupiter at 11, sextile to Saturn at 12. This might even be good for you to plan ahead. Moon's still in Capricorn. All right, so how can we put specific processes in place so that we're not again giving away all of our energy? Somebody who is a master knows how to um, um, word knows how to plan their day so they're not giving it all away. Basically, there is a different word I was looking for, but I couldn't think of it. All right, so 12 o'clock, there's that Saturn. All right, ruling the moon, Saturn at 12 is like, I know what I need to do. All right, and then at 8 p.m., we have the moon trine Uranus and also sextile Neptune. All right. So that is more again with the shiny bright awareness that we're spiritually connected to. Okay, so there's a lot, and then the moon conjunct Pluto at 1 a.m. tomorrow. So that Pluto is moving towards the moon all day. All right, transform, transform, transform. Things need to change. So all of those things going on at once, and we're in the feels. At least it's a Capricorn feel. It's much more of a there's a job to be done type of experience, but it can still be quite exhausting. Especially if we're in that place where Mercury retrograde in Scorpio is remembering all our past love hurts, conjunct Venus in Scorpio. All right, so just be gentle with yourself. Like I said at the end of the words, how about we get to that point where enough is enough? We can't keep going back over the shit we've already done. We just need to be way more compassionate and maybe let magic happen. Maybe you can look at the analogy of that labyrinth and you stopping and taking a moment and taking a breath and choosing you might be where that intuition or that allowing the universe to guide you comes through, and you're like, okay, 3 steps forward, let's turn left, da, 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 da. You know what I mean? It might be much more of a automatic guidance system because you choose you. All right, so I feel like that was something there. All right, now the moon moves into Aquarius at 9:16 p.m. So that is going to change things up as well. Now, in addition to the Mercury conjunct Venus at 1 p.m., all right, so remember those memories might be quite strong around that 1 p.m. mark. But if we do 11 a.m., take a rain check. 12 p.m., go, I'm planning for this time because it's mine. And then the 1 p.m., you might not be so overwhelmed when these things potentially are in your face and you have to do something with them. Now, Venus is trine the Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, all right? um, opposition Uranus because she's in there as well. She's now starting to conjunct the Sun, or nearly as of tomorrow. But she's also in conjunct, all right? There's that adjustment required to Chiron, all right? So she knows that she's hurting. She knows that she's depleted. She's in detriment, all right? So she doesn't like being in Scorpio because she rules Taurus. She's quite uncomfortable. However, she's also very powerful, all right? She's got, Mercury and Venus in Scorpio can be very magically aligned. Remember that Scorpio is also the occult, magic, the shadow side, which holds a lot of power, but it must be used responsibly. Okay, so it can be very draining when you are in that space. But again, it's about you putting up boundaries around your personal energy, about who you are and what you're willing to give and share with people, right? So there's that Jupiter. Don't say yes to everything when you feel like a piece of poo. No, you're going to be like, I'm sorry, I can't right now. I'm very aware of how I'm feeling, and I'm going to put a stop to this. And it's not that I don't love you, it's just I've got nothing to give you. I don't have anything for myself right now. I need to stop. Again, this is going off on a tangent that I didn't really plan for, but obviously it's important. So if you are feeling tired, don't feel bad about putting up boundaries to people. Just say, dude, rain check. You know, like there is no bad, no harm, no foul. Just do that. All right. And that is pretty much the day for the day. Now, I didn't Oh, are you describing me? Maybe I am, Deborah. Maybe that little side shoot was specifically for you. You know, you can't go backwards in the labyrinth. You have to stop and allow the universe to guide you out. All right, let's draw a card. Okay, I've got this little bit of an image in my head of the last airbender. I don't, this is very specific. It's a bit anime, but it's the last airbender, and they're on a mountain, and there's like, I think it's called a tor. You know, there's those arched gates, and they've got like a crescent head on it. Anyway, so the visual that I've got is a mountainside with that arched tor. And you know, maybe it's acting as a portal. I'm not quite sure. Again, I'm just sort of seeing this thing, but it's definitely the last airbender. And you know, that little dude was so innocent yet so powerful. All right. So again, do you look at this with childlike wonder? Do you acknowledge that your inner child might need a rest? Okay, that was just a little random blip from the universe that came through then. Oh, this one. Oh, Queen of Cups. And look, there's the tour. There's the archway. Oh my gosh, there you go. All right, so this absolutely is, you know, ladies and gents, if any gents are here, you know, you also have your feminine side. But ladies, I am specifically asking you right now to just stop and pay attention to where you are, assess your overall situation, look at what the universe has been hinting to you for a while. And again, you can go backtrack if you want. However, you can also just go through that arch and decide that from this point onwards, I'm allowing myself to be led. You know, having faith or having we are in the season of faith. Sagittarius is all about having trust in the universe. So, you know, maybe this is that time where you just stop, have a meditate, just, you know, again, assess your situation. That, like I was saying with that Scorpio, the Mercury and Venus in Scorpio, absolutely, you know, connecting in with that feminine Lilith energy, you know, like that shadow power that we, you know, we're so scared to acknowledge and use, but you've got to use it in the right way. All right, remembering the moon is sextile Saturn. All right, we do have an awareness of the processes that need to be put in place so that we can use this Uranus, Neptune, Pluto energy. These are not personal planets, right? These are outer planets. This is collective energy. This is bigger than us, you know. So even though we're here in it, it's not, I mean, yes, Mercury and Venus are our personal planets, and yes, Mars is square the nodes, asking us to choose that better direction. But we've got lots of potential just on the outer skirts of us that we need to be very specific to hook into. So just stop and take a big deep breath and trust the universe. Oh, you're so welcome, Kathy. You're so welcome. Just everybody, take a breath. All right. So I hope you have an amazing day. To my class ladies, 9 a.m. is the new time. It's just a flat 9 a.m. I'm Sean, 8 a.m. for you. Karen, 9 a.m. And Deb, you've got 15 minutes to get ready. So if you are interested in coming and doing this, this Tuesday, Friday class that I do, I'm sure that the late, oh look, like even I love it so much. So if you want a testimonial, I can give you one because I know that my people love me too. So, um, yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you have a fabulous day, and remember, just assess, put boundaries up, and take rain checks. Mwah.